Hello everybody, how are you all? Hope everybody is doing well. So today let us make the festive sweet, that is coconut jaggery laddu. It's a very easy sweet to make. Come, let us make. Ingredients required are 2 large coconut I have sliced into pieces, cardamom and nutmeg or jakai I have powdered it. Cardamom I have taken about 6 to 8 in number. So this is how the nutmeg or jakai looks like. I have used peanuts about 2 to 3 teaspoons. You can skip it if you don't want. And dry fruits, I'm adding cashews, almond and raisins. You can either add other dry fruits if you want, or you can skip any of the other. So this is nutmeg. This is one of the spice. It tastes well when added to the sweet items. So if it is available, you can add, or else you can skip it. Now I'm going to coarse grind this coconut. It's done. I'm going to add this to a measuring jar or a measuring cup. So measure the coconut. Similarly, I'm going to do the rest of the thing. See here, it is about 3 cups now. The powdered coconut, you can see. And so for 3 cups of coconut, I'm taking 1.5 cup of jaggery. I'm adding it to a vessel. Turn on the flame. On a low flame, I'm going to heat it to melt the jaggery by adding very little water. You can see I'm using a very small cup, about 1 1/4 cup of water I'm going to use. It's a small cup measurement I'm telling you. You have to heat it, melt it on a low flame only. On the other side, let me add about 3 teaspoons of ghee. This is a homemade ghee. I have added the recipe of that below in the description box. Please do check. Now roast the peanuts until they are golden brown. Next is roast the almond. Since the bowl is already greased with the ghee, you can just roast it. I'm going to transfer these almond and peanut into a grinding jar. Then I'm going to roast the raisins, and then followed by it I'm going to roast the cashews. And meanwhile, let us check this jaggery. Jaggery is almost melted, you can see, but there are few lumps of jaggery left at the end. So again I'm going to melt it. I have added 1 more teaspoon of ghee, so the cashews are nicely roasted. You can see the jaggery has started boiling now. It has completely melted, you can see. So we have to check the consistency, 1 string consistency. I have taken water in a plate, and then I'm going to pour 1 or 2 drops of this melted jaggery into it and try to gather it like this with the finger. Then it should all come together. It should not spread out in the water. Until then, you have to boil it on a low flame. So still it is not taking the shape of a ball. So I'm going to boil it for another 2-3 minutes. So please don't forget this jaggery. You have to keep an eye and check it regularly whether it has come to a perfect consistency. Again, we shall check after 2 to 3 minutes of boiling. I'm using the same method. You can see there. Now the consistency is quite thick. You can even feel that in your fingers, and you can see it is all coming together in the water there, the dot, small dot. So this is the perfect consistency. After you get this consistency, you can turn off the flame. I'm showing you one more time. Just gather it with your fingers and you will feel that thick jaggery. So it's all coming together. Now I'm going to add about 5 teaspoons of ghee to this kadai, and to that I'm going to add this coarse grinded coconut powder to roast it. You can even dry roast it if you don't want to add a ghee, but if you add ghee the flavor would be good. So roast it until all the moisture content is removed. Now coarse grind the peanut and the almond. So it's almost done now. You can see the coconut is almost a powdery form. It's all free flowing, free from the moisture. This would be fine. Its moisture content is almost gone now. So now it's the time to add all the dry fruits and the nuts, the coarse grinded almond and peanut. Then I'm going to add the other dry fruits, and lastly I'm going to add the cardamom and nutmeg powder. Give it a good mix. Now it's time to add the melted jaggery. I'm going to filter it since there might be some impurities in the jaggery. So always use a filter. Filter the jaggery. Don't pour the entire content of the jaggery, liquid jaggery. Instead, you pour a very little portion. Little by little you can pour it and make the laddus, and then again you can pour the melted jaggery if needed. See, I have used very little and I am mixing well with the coconut mix. Mix it all well until you get the consistency to make laddu. Slowly you have to mix it with the little by little quantity of the coconut mix. Now grease your hands with the ghee and take a small portion of this coconut mix, the laddu mix. It is a little bit hot there since we have added the melted jaggery. Jaggery is rich in iron. It's very good for your bones, and even coconut is very rich in natural oil content. So make the laddus like this as shown. You have to press it tightly. First take a small portion, press it tightly, then give a round shape, nice round shape. So this is how the laddus are done. I'm pressing it and make it round like this. I'm going to prepare the rest of the laddus. So you can see here, if your consistency, if you feel that the consistency or after adding the melted jaggery to the coconut mix is liquidy, then you can add this roasted gram flour to that, about 2 to 3 teaspoons, and then try to get that consistency to make laddus. This is one of the tips I'm giving it to you. You can see that I'm not used the entire jaggery melted. Still some part of it is left out. The laddus are ready. Coconut jaggery laddus are very healthy and a very easy recipe to do. Please give a try and do comment. Thank you.